All right, today we are going to be discussing periodic properties and doing the pre-lab. Our beginning question that you need to write down, which of the alkaline earth metals is the most reactive? Our background information is there. You can read that on your own. But we need to define a couple terms. The first is precipitate. And a precipitate is a solid that is formed from the mixing of two solutions. Okay? Solubility describes how easily a compound dissolves in water. Okay, if it has a high solubility, it'll dissolve easily. If it doesn't, obviously it won't. Alkaline earth metals, then, are the metals that are found in the second group, also called family, of the periodic table. And they include beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, and barium. You'll be getting solutions in plastic pipettes of magnesium chloride, sodium sulfate, calcium chloride, strontium chloride, sodium carbonate, potassium oxalate, potassium chromate, ammonium hydroxide. You'll also get a reaction grid, and you'll get barium chloride. And then you'll get an unknown. All right, your procedure. Let me start with here. Number one, well, obviously, number 0. Let's put goggles on. Protect our eyes, just in case one of you guys decides to squirt someone else. Step 1, rinse the reaction grid. You're going to get a grid that is been laminated, and you need to rinse it off, make sure it's clean. Step 2, you're going to put 3 drops of magnesium chloride into the first box of the reaction grid. So the reaction grid is going to look something like this. Made it a little bit longer. And then you're going to have columns. And so you'll put a couple drops of magnesium onto the little box that corresponds with all the magnesiums. So you'll go all the way across. And when it says put 2 drops, don't put a drop here and a drop here. Put them together. 2 drops together. 3 drops, excuse me. Then you'll do 3 drops of sodium carbonate. The sodium carbonate is going to be going down. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, it's in the 4th row over. Na2CO3. So then you'll put the drops down. Basically, you're going to put the drops of the alkaline earth metals are going across, and then the different solutions we have going down, and so that they mix. Step 3, you'll follow this procedure for all of and then step 4, cleanup. Now, you're going to have a data table. You need to copy this into your lab notebook. And this will make a little more sense now when I start talking about the drops. You're going to put 3 drops of magnesium. I'm just going to pretend like magnesium's yellow. 3 drops of magnesium all the way across. And then you'll put 3 drops of calcium all the way across. Strontium. And finally, barium. Then you'll start putting drops going down. So the hydroxide solution, you'll put 3 drops on top of the magnesium and on top of the calcium and on top of the strontium and on top of the barium and so forth and so on. This data table needs to be copied into your lab notebook, because then you're going to observe, and if you see a precipitate, and a precipitate is going to be a white powdery substance, if you see a precipitate in the box, because you're not going to have dots in your box, in the box you're going to write precipitate, or you can abbreviate it PPT. Now if you don't get to precipitate it, you just leave it blank. Okay? Or you can also say no visible reaction. All right. Hopefully that clears it up. And that was a nice short one after the long one that you all had to watch. Sorry. Bye.